In 1687, Isaac Newton published the Principia Mathematica. He told the world, the universe is predictable. Give me the position and velocity of a planet, and I can tell you exactly where it will be a million years from now. Humanity celebrated. If the universe is predictable, what about the economy? For 300 years, economists tried the same approach. They built complex models, won Nobel Prizes. And the results? 2008, no economist predicted the financial crisis. 2020, no one predicted post-pandemic inflation. 2023, almost every economist said the US would enter a recession. It didn't. Why? Because the economy is far more complex than the solar system. Predicting the economy is not a two-body problem. It is a three-body problem with billions of bodies. Let's review a physics concept. In Newtonian mechanics, if you have just two celestial bodies orbiting each other, like Earth and Sun, you can predict their positions millions of years from now. That is the two-body problem. Simple. It has an exact solution. But add a third body, like Earth, Sun, and Moon together, everything changes. That is the three-body problem. The three-body problem has no analytical solution. No matter how hard you calculate, you only get an approximation. A small perturbation and your prediction veers off course. This taught scientists, the more complex the system, the less predictable it becomes. A two-factor economy, supply and demand, is like a two-body problem. But how many bodies does the real global economy have? Hundreds of millions of consumers, tens of millions of businesses, hundreds of countries, countless policies, emotions, news events, natural disasters, technological breakthroughs. This is a system of billions of bodies. The core of the three-body problem is sensitive dependence on initial conditions. The butterfly effect. In economics, on May 6, 2010 at 2:32 p.m., a British trader named Navinder Singh Sarao sat in his bedroom in London running a program. He used a flash crash algorithm on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, placing and canceling orders in milliseconds. The result? The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged 998 points in 5 minutes, nearly 9%. $1 trillion evaporated in moments. One man, in his bedroom, with one computer caused the world's largest economy to lose $1 trillion. Another example, in 2022, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.75%. On the other side of the world, Sri Lanka went bankrupt. Because Sri Lanka had borrowed heavily in US dollars, and the rate hike made repayment impossible. One country's monetary policy caused another country's collapse. You have heard economists' predictions on the news. Every month a new forecast. How accurate are they? Honestly, not very. In 2021, the Fed said inflation was transitory. It lasted 2 years. In early 2023, every major Wall Street bank predicted a US recession. GDP grew 2.5%. In 2024, economists said AI would eliminate hundreds of millions of jobs. Instead, AI created many new ones. Why do they keep getting it wrong? Because economic models must simplify enormously. They compress billions of bodies into a few dozen variables, then pretend those variables represent the entire system. But real economies are full of irrationality, emotion, and unexpected events. People do not behave like planets. Planets do not panic. Planets do not sell stocks because of a tweet. Planets are predictable. People are not. In 1814, French mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace proposed a famous thought experiment, Laplace's demon. Imagine a demon that knows the position and velocity of every particle in the universe. This demon could predict everything, past and future, with absolute certainty. This idea influenced economics for over a century. Then 3 things destroyed Laplace's demon. First, chaos theory. Meteorologist Edward Lorenz discovered that even simple systems could produce completely unpredictable behavior. Second, quantum mechanics. The act of observation changes the outcome. In economics, publishing a forecast changes market behavior, invalidating the forecast. Third, agent heterogeneity. Every person makes different decisions. You cannot use a single representative agent to model everyone. Laplace's demon is dead. If the economy is fundamentally unpredictable, how do we invest and plan for the future? First, don't predict, adapt. Instead of guessing next month's stock market moves, build a system that works in any scenario. This is anti-fragility. Second, diversification is not defense, it is offense. In a complex system, you never know which body will malfunction. So you need multiple income streams, multiple asset classes, multiple skills. Third, focus on structure, not numbers. Your financial health depends on system structure, not one smart trade. Fourth, leave a margin of safety. Complex systems have tipping points. 2008 was a tipping point. What is yours? If your income disappeared tomorrow, how long could you survive? So here is the summary. In 1687, Newton told us the universe is predictable. 300 years later, we discovered a harsh truth. The universe might be predictable. But the economy is not. Because the economy is not a two-body problem. It is a three-body problem with billions of bodies. But this is not an excuse to give up. Recognizing that you cannot predict the future is the first step toward making better decisions. True wisdom is not about achieving certainty. It is about making good decisions under uncertainty. If you found this useful, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. One hidden truth every week. I'm Uncle Will, see you next time.